giant head. Now picture this, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 7 of our No Nonsense November. And I feel like I'm being hung out of this little weird icon. I'm actually going to try to change it. Hang on. I did this in one of my videos yesterday because when it made my face giant, it makes me crazy and I don't like it. So let's see if I can switch to another one. Oh, it's going to do it on all of them. Yikes. Triangular. Oh, now the triangle is moving. Let's just go to nothing. Just me. All right. Welcome to day 7. Picture this. Picture this. The whole picture frame. Isn't that a dance where they do that picture frame thing around their face? I don't know. Anyway, so picture this. What does that mean to you? When I say picture this, I'll say close your eyes and picture this with me. Take a deep breath. You're standing in your most favorite place in the whole wide world. You slowly spin around and turn around, do a 360 to look and see and just take in everything around you. You can hear, what are you hearing? What are you hearing? What are you smelling? What are you seeing? What are you imagining? Where are you? That's my question today. When you close your eyes and you imagine something, just for an instant, it's the same as being there in our imagination. There's been all kinds of scientific studies done on the power of visualization, especially with professional athletes and things. They've done studies that talk about and have proven that practicing something, practicing a skill, even an athletic skill, over and over and over again, and imagining successfully performing it in your mind is just as effective as actually physically practicing it. So I think that helps explain a lot of things that we see as impossible becoming possible in our lives for us. So our topic today, our tool today, of course, is visualization. What is visualization? Visualization is actually the formation of mental images of something in our mind. So I used to always believe that I couldn't visualize, that I didn't visualize anything, that I couldn't see anything in my mind. And so I went to some courses and listened to some motivational speakers, and they're like, okay, everybody can visualize. And I'm like, yeah, well, not me. And you know, you've got that voice in your head going, well, yeah, maybe everybody can. I have a hard time with it. So, and they'd always use the example of a pink elephant. They'd say, close your eyes and don't think of a pink elephant. Well, what's the first thing that pops into your mind and imagination? A pink elephant. Why? Because our brains actually don't think in words and phrases and ideas. They think in abstract ideas and vision and images and pictures. Our entire brain works on images and pictures of things. I think that's why they say a picture's worth 1,000 words. Pictures are very, very powerful to us because a million people could look at the same painting and see different things or notice different things in that picture or in that painting. So visualizing, you can Google this and find all kinds of steps and ways to visualize, visualization for beginners. But how I do it is, there's a couple different things I've learned about visualization over the years because I always thought I was terrible at it. So it was something that I actually have to practice. I have to do it on purpose. So I've created, and I wish I would have grabbed it. I should have grabbed it. You know, they say have a vision board, create a vision board of goals or things that you want. So you have an actual physical picture or something that you can look at to remind you of your goals and objectives every day. I've created vision boards. I taught my kids to make vision boards when they were little and younger. I actually have a whole purple ring binder this thick of it's my vision book. It's things I want for various aspects and very different areas of my life that I want to have, do, and be. And I found different pictures, and I still find things that remind me of them, of my goals and objectives, either physical pictures, or you can do vision boards on the computer. You can have a board, a screensaver. You can do them on your phone now. You can save a collage of pictures on your phone that motivate you and drive you and help you visualize the things that you want. So the things that I found to be important with respect to visualization are you have to focus on what you want. You have to focus on the positive, because guess what? Whatever you focus on, whatever you put your concentration, your energy, and your attention on, that's what you're going to be creating in your life. I have got examples of how that's worked for me in the positive and how that's worked for me in the really, really negative in my own life. And when you experience something for yourself, that's when it really becomes a powerful tool. And you decide, I'm not going to use visualization to create negative things in my life. I'm going to use it to create positive things in my life. One of my good friends, Jim Edwards, taught and teaches a concept called the power vision movie. I think that's what he calls it. It's been a long time, but I think that's what he calls it. But it's actually a technique where you close your eyes, you breathe, take several deep breaths, focus on, think about your goal. And as you're thinking about your goal, you imagine it as if you've already achieved it. And you step into it as if you were stepping into a movie screen, as if you're stepping into it. And then you think about and you make it live and real and action and moving. And you think about all of your senses. What are you seeing? What are you thinking? What are you feeling? What are you smelling? What are you tasting? What are you hearing? And the more senses and the more real you make that little power vision movie in your head, the faster you achieve your goal or your objective. That's one of my favorite ways to visualize, is I actually step into the situation, the ideal situation, how I want it to be. It's one of the fastest ways to change your identity and change how you show up in the world, is by putting yourself in that movie and visualizing things as if you've already achieved them. They say visualization, you should do it, 10 to 15 minutes a day, a couple of times a day. If I'm going to do that, I need to actually put that in my schedule. Otherwise, when I go for my walks, I'll stop randomly, sit on a bench, close my eyes, and just visualize my goals and objectives, things that I want. That's how I work it into my schedule and into my day. It's different for each of us. I love and have done and continue to do the whole vision board, actually finding pictures and physical representations of things that remind me of my goals and objectives, or remind me to be calmer or think in a different way. I forgot that about, you can actually buy things that make you, and stones and things. When we were talking about gratitude stones, I forgot, this was sitting right by me and I forgot. I actually got these downtown last year when I was moving, because I thought last year was a chaotic, hectic year. That was before 2020, right? But I thought last year was a busy, hectic year, and I wanted to be more calm and relaxed. So I got these calm stones, and they're a crystal, and I don't know what they are. I'd have to look, but it doesn't matter. My point is to help me visualize what I want. I want to be more calm and peaceful and okay with the way things are, right? Grateful for the way things are. And so there's a lot of ways to do that. But visualization, just like gratitude and meditation and the things we've covered so far, these are such powerful tools. I think we should be taught them as children. I didn't learn about most of these till I was probably in my 20s or 30s. Didn't really start applying and using them until I hit like 50. I mean, randomly I would pop, a visualization I've done for a long time, but it's super duper random and sporadic practice. Some of these things we need to find what works for us and make them a part of our daily routine, our daily activities, so that we can get the results that we want. Now, there was a list of how to do it, steps of how to visualize on the internet, and I thought it was interesting. It's a 6-step process, and they suggested that you imagine being inside of yourself, looking out at yourself and at your ideal result in your mind, which I think is a cool way of looking at it as well. It's like, close your eyes and imagine yourself so that you are actually in the situation, feeling the feelings, seeing the sights, hearing, smelling, all of the other senses as you're in that experience. It's like, visualize by doing mental rehearsal for things, kind of like, intending things to go a certain way. I often visualize how I want something to go before I actually do it. I need to do more of that with these. Actually visualize and imagine and think about it ahead of time before I actually start recording and talking about, No Nonsense November, the tools that I use and how I use them. And then, create goal pictures in your mind. What things in your mind represent you actually achieving and being the thing that you want? You can, again, create visual pictures, vision boards, for each goal. You can use index cards. I am a huge believer, and you'd think I'd have an index card holder right here, but I do not. I'm a huge believer in index cards. Index cards, and we talked about that in flip books. Flip books are actually really just attached index cards, at least the way I use them. Then you can also add affirmations, which we've also talked about, to support your visualization. Remember affirmations: positive, present, and personal. So you can add affirmations and say affirmations while you're visualizing. That might be some of the things that you're reminding and saying to yourself. And then the 6th thing is expect results. Expect that it's going to work out for you. You have to think of and visualize things as you want them, as if you've already achieve them. So if I want a new car, I don't want a car because I can't see well enough to drive these days. But if I wanted a new car, say I want a Lamborghini, I would visualize myself in that new Lamborghini. What color is it? What does the new car smell like? Or what kind of an air freshener do I have in it? I would see myself sitting in the driver's seat of that car or the passenger seat of that car. And I would visualize how it felt. How did it feel to sit in that seat? How did it smell? What did I see? Who was I with? Who is my driver? How did that experience, as if it's happening right now today? Exactly, I would play that out in my mind and watch. Before I know it, I'll be riding around in a Lamborghini. So that's our tool for today, visualization. Love to know your experience with it. Any questions or concerns or ideas, or want some help with where to find more information about visualization, hit me up in the comments below. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow with another No Nonsense November tool of the day to help you make your life the best it can possibly be. Take care.